Flip the camera.
Definitely not in the picture. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. Oh, isn't this fucking just beautiful right here,
It
boys?
is.
Woo!
Let
That
the
looks
up
nice.
beers.
Nice and nice. Get in there, Pat. Don't be scared.
Can I give you one?
Be an adult. Get yourself some. Chris McGraw, how you doing over there with the ones and the twos?
It's been a day.
Joe, you look great. I love the shirt.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
Hiding the fat. Hiding the fat.
No, wow, come on now. Patrick, how you doing over there? Feels like it's been forever since I've seen you.
Terrific. I'm doing terrific.
Pat is my new going out buddy because somebody else can't go out as much anymore on Friday nights. Went by myself. And it's
I
9:30.
was curious because when I saw Chris was at turtle racing,
turtle.
I was like,
I like
who-
turtles.
Up until just now, I was honestly wondering. I was like, who was Peter with?
I asked Ben to go for a beer, and I texted him at like 6 on my way home. I'm like, I'll see if Ben wants to grab a beer at Beer Temple. I know Ben likes to have a beer, and
Yep.
his significant other is away. I'll try to get him out. He's like,
Oh yeah, because his
Yeah.
He's like, no.
He's like, the couch got me. And I'm like, bro, come on. But me and Pat had a nice little date. We had two tray beers. Tasted amazing. Dude, there's nothing better than going to
I was
Temple
literally
on Friday.
0 for 2. All the beers I wanted were tapped.
Oh, that's hilarious. I forgot about that. Poor Pat. And it's funny because me and Pat have very similar taste in beers, and I thought, look, I'll go with that one. Maybe I'll try something different. Pat asked for it. No. I'm like, okay, great. I didn't ask that one. Then I was going to get this other one, and then Pat's like, that was not there either. And I was like,
Wow.
oh.
Nice.
I guess that's a reflection. Maybe you have good taste, Pat. Like,
Yeah.
You got the one beer was the one beer I got and said it was an 8-ounce pour that was $9.
Oh, yeah. It was it was $10 beer night, and they were in a goddamn soul in the place.
Wow.
I spent, I think, $9 on 2 beers last night. It was glorious.
Oh,
Wow.
that was nice. I was looking at live for the bachelor party, so we got the pontoon done today.
Nice.
Feel a little bad. Mike wanted to do a little earlier, and the earlier slots had booked up. They wanted to do it, but I kind of don't mind doing it 2 to 6. I think that's like
Nah,
a perfect
that's
time.
good time.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
You get a nice
Is that on Friday or the Saturday?
Friday,
Friday.
sir.
Friday.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Saturday's golf day.
Saturday is going to be noon golf.
And
But-
that bacon Florida sun, baby.
And
Hey, there's nothing else the boat day, is there? We can't have. I mean,
there's going to be a nice dinner, and then there's going to be. I've already looked up the bars that I potentially want to
nice.
attract to. So we've got, dude. It's not going to be Peyton flower pots and that drooler you get where you can't take it off type shenanigans. Ain't any of that, boys. If that's what you're looking for, stay home because it's about to get some rowdy.
you better.
Did we get the slide on the boat?
No, I didn't. You know why? Because you know what? We'd have gotten that one at 6. I wanted the slide so bad,
I
Chris.
saw the slide on one of them, and I'm like, maybe we get the slide and we slide into the water.
I did pay for the
slide right in the jaws of his mouth, baby.
I did get the lake mat, so we can lay on the mat.
I saw that in the text. And when I saw that, I meant to ask you if we got a slide.
That one was booked. I felt bad.
I would have gone down head first
Let's
too.
just buy our own inflatable slide at Costco and call it.
Could definitely do that.
I want to rent the blob, but I don't know if we.
man.
so bad.
It would be like, but like
What
you
a
wouldn't have the.
magical thing.
Yeah.
that would
If you have
be.
like a lake house, you could probably do it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we like if you're on the boat and you had the blob, you wouldn't be able to get the height that you need to jump on it to launch.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And
You'd have to have Pepsi jumping off and launching people in the air.
Sexy Pepsi on.
That was a fat joke.
That was a good one. Pepsi. You just say Chris could be the same way. Yeah. Like,
I
Or
even
we get Chris and Peter to jump at the same, or Pepsi and Chris jump at
oh
the
my
same time.
god, and put Pat at the bottom there,
And then you go flying.
or no, you put Danny because Danny's probably got to be the lightest one. Danny would literally probably touch the moon.
He would.
Man,
So high, guys. I'm so high.
can you imagine doing the blob? We got to do that before we get too old, and the potential of getting hurt is much
Yeah.
more real.
Oh, we're probably in the zone to get hurt, but I'm still down.
Oh, I'm so down.
Yeah.
This is something I've been. Oh my god.
Yeah, the stupid
fat camp.
We should see.
Ever since I saw that was it heavyweights.
Heavyweights,
I
not
wanna
fat
do
camp.
that.
I'm sorry.
If
Heavyweights.
they have-
Oh, that's such a good movie.
That's like
If they have the blob
Is there
there,
a
we're
movie
definitely
called
putting
Fat
Peter
Camp?
on it.
No, it's
No.
definitely heavyweights.
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
heavyweights.
It's funny because Ben Stiller's character in there is based the same one in Dodgeball.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. And I love the shit like how they tried to make it like dodgeball to. Yeah, 100%. Dude, that movie was so good. It took. Growing up, I had no idea that was Ben Stiller. Like the character that I knew as Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later in life I was like, holy shit,
Just
this
so
crazy.
different from all the other stuff he'd done.
And how bad did you want to be a kid who went to camp? Even if it would have been heavyweights, like that
Oh,
looked
man.
like.
It looked. That was the dream right there.
Go karts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's back in the day when you were like 9 years old and you could fly in an airplane by yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, I imagine. I don't know anybody. I have no friends who ever went to, like, besides like Boy Scouts, never did the, stay away
Sleepaway
camp.
camp, yeah.
Yeah, like for like this summer.
Yeah, because we're poor.
Okay, fair point. And we're much poorer now this week than most other weeks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the economy.
Yeah.
The world economy.
You don't want to be poor right now. It's, oh my God, all the memes that you're seeing on Instagram and stuff. I was actually thinking about coming up with a segment for what Chris missed on Instagram this week, and I would have to figure out we would just have to have 2 cameras, so we could show the Instagrams that Chris missed, because the internet is on fire with Donald Trump right now. It's like the best one I saw was like, it's almost like, or the guy running our economy, it's almost like a guy who bankrupted 4 casinos, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense, totally makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe, again, we'll get into politics, but there is a little bit of me that says, like, should we give it a little bit of a chance? I know we had 11%. 11. The stock market crashed by about 11% in 2
You mean
days.
decline on investment?
Yep. So should we give it a chance, or and see if it actually does anything, or we
I
just
feel like we
fucked?
gave it the old college try for 2 days.
2
We need-
days.
yeah.
And we're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen, huh?
We waited long enough for the professor to show up. I think it's time to go back. I think it's time to leave.
Here's the thing. The rest of the world is also gonna, like, there's what was called Liberation Day, and now they're like, okay, what's gonna be Retaliation Day for each country, because
Well,
they
China-
have the opportunity
China
to do
already hit
stuff.
us with 40%. That's not great.
34%.
Oh, is it?
34 and a half.
Yeah.
Who's counting, right?
If you're
We're at
using anything for aluminum, just get fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's like close to 50%.
Guess we're moving to glass
something
bottles.
crazy. Yeah.
It's funny. Like, you don't think about this, but I'm sure, like, Costco, all those like big box stores, I bet they're out of toilet paper. I bet they're out of paper towels. All that stuff that, like Max said, that's not the.
Oh, nice. We're on a COVID run again. I love it.
Because those things are going to become. We get a lot of that from. We import a lot of that.
Buy a bidet, boys. Joe's already had a game. Chris has got locked in too. He's good.
Yeah, I got enough toilet paper for us guys. Don't worry.
Oh man, I'll never forget that in COVID. People will never understand that. How crazy that got. That was nutso.
There's gonna be a time in 30 years where people are gonna be like, you people literally went out and bought all the toilet paper that you could. What were you thinking?
The rest of the world is like, there's other things you can do other than wipe your ass with.
Yeah, paper.
We got to make
Yeah.
sure we can shit as Americans, right? That's what we're concerned
Yeah.
about.
Forever, too. Not just.
God forbid
Forever.
we have to make skin-to-skin contact in some fashion.
I wanna-
Fucking
I-
touch that down there.
there's got to be somebody that's been interviewed where
Stuff
like,
the shells.
where you like you go into their thing and they just have like a closet full and it's like, when do you think the next time you're gonna buy toilet paper is? And it's like, I'll probably never have to buy toilet paper again in my life.
Like, fun fact, we bought a bidet a week later.
Yeah. That'd have been a real kick in the
They got
ass.
the great. They had no idea what a bidet was, and then they realized, oh, we don't even need all this toilet paper. I'm sure people for 5 years. There's somebody still out there who's stuck.
Oh yeah, who still has a
Still
shit ton
has
of
it,
yeah.
They're just pulling them out of the garage every once in a while.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know it, Trump decided to his tariffs and how he came up with those are pretty outrageous. The calculations on a lot of it.
I mean, they're fantastic, Peter.
Great.
They're fantastic.
Goofy.
And then I love the
The
Republicans.
math master at maths.
Instead of being like, hey, they go right to immediately. They find like Nancy Pelosi saying they need it. We've needed the trade deficit. They go to the Berkshire Hathaway. I'm blanking on his name.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett talked about the trade deficit. And it's like, and then somebody who actually has somewhat of a brain comes in and says, yeah, hey, time and place, guys. Like, if you go and read the article, it was 2003. He was talking about, like, currently we're in a good spot. He also talked about it doing smartly, talking to countries, letting them know, like, instead of just 60% to China. Like, across the board, 60% to China. Like, that's not going to cause.
Hey, we're gonna just if we like you, 10% flat. But
Yeah.
if we don't like you, we're gonna start jacking you up with weird math, baby.
Yeah.
Like Brian asked, like, why doesn't Russia get any tariffs? And I'm like, I don't think we do any trading with Russia these days. Like, I don't think we get anything.
Nobody
from
wants those
Russia.
little
Are there
Russian
sanctions
dolls.
anyways with Russia?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that-
I don't
that's
think we trade with them. That's why there's no tariffs.
Nobody want. We have enough of those little Russian dolls that come inside little Russian dolls that come inside little Russian.
We need
dolls.
more vodka, man.
No,
No,
Smirnoff's
we
got.
got-
The,
we
I-
got Tito's,
Hey, Tito,
baby.
if Tito's goes up, I'm going to be protesting it because it's American made. It should not be fucking
you should be mostly afraid of the fact that Coors Light, owned by Molson, which is a Canadian company, may see an increase in price.
I love that
But they
two of
were in
us
Colorado, though.
have Coors Light merch on today.
I do. I'm here to support Coors Light in their fight against these tariffs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump on into it today. Let's jump on in it. Joe, how was your day? You're the only one who had a day off, and
Yeah.
love to know how it went for you.
I
No lady friend.
Just walked around the apartment naked.
Yeah. Just strut my stuff. Let
Nice,
my
nice.
power be seen by absolutely no one.
That his dog. It's it.
No, dogs at the parents.
Oh, Joe's getting by himself.
Joe's like, yeah, I don't need your ass in this bed this weekend. It's all mine, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is, yeah. It's one of the nicer things. You don't realize a king-size bed is how nice it is by yourself until.
There's a lot of room in there.
Yeah.
A lot of room.
Oh,
To get
yeah.
stretched out. I woke up like diagonal across the entire bed.
My house at the bottom. I don't even know how I got there.
Yeah. But no, just honestly, it wasn't even fun. I just like cleaned up,
Oh, that's the worst.
vacuumed the entire apartment. I bought these little lights, like sensor lights, because we didn't put in lights when we got moved in. Like
Yep.
Bronco would have to like tear out the ceiling, and it sounded like a lot. So I just bought these sensor lights. So I put them all in the closets. Got that like so now we can see in there. And then just cleaned, vacuumed. It was very boring. Listened to a lot of EDM.
Nice, nice.
Like most of my day was just headphones in, cleaning, EDM. I found an EDM 2025 on Spotify and just listened to that for hours.
That's awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does feel like I've wasted a weekend. Like I could have had I had all the time in the world to myself, and I could have had the apartment, could have done anything, and I'm just sitting there doing.
And
it.
you chose to hang out with Pat Lynch.
I'm just working, straight working, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, I'm trying to think. Not a whole lot of
Birthday dinner.
birthday dinner was good. Dinner was good. And then the ladies left us, which I thought was very, very rude of them. We went
Sounded
to.
like they had a lot of fun though.
Oh yeah, they were out later than us.
They were
Yep.
still up when I got home
Yeah.
in my house.
Carol's very big disappointment. That band should never be allowed back. And it was
both of the singers
I
sucked.
would request a refund from that.
Yes.
If I received
that was terrible.
Stamp was.
Was that a $5
really needed
cover?
a scrub. I think it was $8.
Yeah, I think it was 8.
Yeah.
So that's $2 less than
That's
South
probably
Street
why.
Vinyl?
That's probably why BMO Harris canceled their credit card. They're like
Probably.
these jackasses.
Is that $2 less than the South City Revival normally?
I think South City Revival- I think it's the same price, too.
Yeah,
That just
but
feels like
not
that,
at
that feels like an insult
Texas
to them.
Taco. Tejas Taco.
Tejas
It's a
Taco.
free.
Free band. But you do pay like $9 a beer, so it's all evens out.
Yeah, there you go.
On that note, I was looking at Live and trying to figure things out, and so back and forth on that, and I got to come to a conclusion sooner or later. But I saw that beers there are like $15 a beer.
Yeah, well, I was kind of
There's
expecting
gonna be an expensive night.
I'm assuming we're gonna be drinking beforehand.
Probably.
And on the way
I think
down.
we should go there fucking cold,
Stone cold
sober.
I want to get. I want to get one.
church
Yeah.
and then go to the
I
club.
want to get one giant Tito's and Sprite like Vegas, and it's called a day.
We carry
Give
Pat
me
out.
3 of those.
My only fear is just us not getting in, and then making these poor guys wait.
We should just find a way to get entry.
There is. There's
pre-entry.
tickets online, which I'm going to send out, but it's
Yeah, let's do that.
But
then.
I've looked online, and it doesn't even if you get there at 11:30, it's not a guarantee. They like to do that bullshit where they make you sit outside. So I'm just my only fear. One guy said no, one guy said yes. So that's my only fear. Hey, if you listen to this podcast and you know anything about Live, let the boys know. It's getting closer though. I think we're outside of 20 days, which is insane.
Oh yeah, we should really. Yeah. Can't drink on the Sprinter van, right?
No, we can get a party sprinter van. That's what that's tomorrow's game plan is to re-up the lady and see what's going on and see what we can do. But there is a sprinter van we can party in.
Okay.
But yeah, last week, and then how was after we left? How was the night with Reno?
Oh, yeah. So, we go to Lottie's. They don't let us upstairs. They let us in the basement, And then, of course, the door's open. So we go upstairs. It's packed. We're like, all right, let's just stay downstairs for a couple drinks. Have a couple drinks downstairs, do a little dancing. Nobody's really dancing. Go upstairs, get another drink, do a little dancing. Nobody's dancing. So then we're like,
That's a hard part of that bar nowadays.
yeah. People don't like to dance.
No,
It's
they
like
don't.
they like to congregate. That's like it's the status thing. You stand in
Yeah.
the middle and congregate. You talk with your friends. They play some music and you don't dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no more dancing.
I
there.
didn't get the freaking idiots that stand by the front windows and just dance the whole entire time.
Yeah, so we did that until like 2:30, 2:45 on Lottie's clock. You know, when they start kicking people out.
Yeah.
So me and Brian go home. Reno decides to go to Redhead Beauty Bar again. He had a good time there last weekend, so he decided to go out again.
The cigar bar.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. So him and Brian went that direction. Brian walked him there and then walked home, and then Reno went to Redhead Beauty Bar for some drinks.
By himself.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
He likes that place apparently.
I don't think I've ever been there.
No,
Yeah.
Franklin was the one who introduced.
Yeah, we were there with Franklin. We had
No,
cigars. and-
No, I don't think me and Peter were there
We
for
didn't
that.
make it that one.
No
You went.
way. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
You went, but we've never been.
Yeah, I know that was like a late night thing. I mean, I know for sure. I don't remember. I thought Chris went, but me and
No,
Peter,
I think
did not
no.
go.
I think that was the night, like Joe's birthday night, the one night.
Maybe
Where
that
like,
would make sense because
where,
it,
like,
it
you got-
might also
yeah.
be
Joe does have a birthday coming
right
up.
before
does.
tax season.
it was
so,
like right before
and
yeah. So I think they went like it was like right around Joe's birthday, and they went, and we couldn't go. We
you
could have
guys are
gone, but like
working.
we had to work
No,
the
it's
next day.
like-
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so it's like a dueling piano bar, and then they have this outdoor area kind of towards the back alley, but it's like completely surrounded by buildings, so it's just this little pocket, and you can go out there, and they have cigars, a lot like the place in Michigan, that old cigar
Oh,
bar
yeah.
there, where they have like
that's
a
sad.
big walk-in area.
Yeah.
Cigars, and you can grab a cigar, and then you can take it outside and smoke it out there, and grab a beer. And
That's definitely a goal for Lauderdale is to have cigars around the pool for sure.
nice.
Is there any restrictions on Airbnb and smoking?
That's a good question. We'll have to check that. Good question, Pat. Write that down.
I can't imagine outside would be an issue.
But
There-
they,
yeah,
they just might be on the
yeah.
property thing, so you just
There
So
are,
it's
yeah.
very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well, and this night we're gonna have some food and hang, and it's not gonna be the next 2 weeks. I feel bad. Danny's like itching to get out.
Yeah, I told Joe about that before you guys got here.
funny.
But well, I mean, he's more than welcome to come out. It's just
It's gonna be boring.
some of us are gonna have to slide to the left.
Some of us are gonna have to slide into DMs of their bed so they can get to bed early tonight.
All right. Last week's news to get you out going here, Joseph. Not a lot of great stuff. Kind of some real sad stuff. The tariffs, we already talked about it, but doesn't really do anybody any favors. It might be a good time to start buying. Who knows? You got to imagine that this is all going to get negotiated. So maybe it's a good time to buy.
Just anything and
Like,
everything.
just to get it's down 11%. That's like an insane. I mean, you're going to see
Oh, you're
it
saying
pop.
stocks. A good
Yeah,
time
even
to buy
just
stocks.
to go an EFT for ETF for S&P and grab that or any of those and ride it up. Might not be
Yeah.
a bad option.
smart. Man.
So Cory Booker and
Ooh,
he went
broke the record, baby.
24 hours.
Over 24,
Yeah.
25, something like that.
Yeah, like 25 and 30 minutes of what was it called? Like what do they call that? A
filibuster.
filibuster.
Well, it wasn't a filibuster. Filibusters are a different thing. But it was the longest speech in the hall ever.
And it was, I mean, the goal was to like talk about Trump and all that. And in my head, I'm thinking like, does this really do anything? Like, this is what we're doing. This is what the best Democrats got. We're gonna sit and talk for 24 hours. I mean,
Fair.
like, there's got to be something else we can be doing. Like Bernie Sanders and AOC going out there and driving, getting people out to vote. Like, that's something we should be doing. I don't know that sitting there talking for 24 hours. I mean, it's a nice
It's
like
a step in
gesture,
the
but-
right direction, yeah. I mean, it's got us all talking about
yeah,
it.
doing something, but still at the same time, it's like, I mean, you don't have any plans to combat these. Everybody's talking. They're already past the tariffs. They can't wait to get Trump's tax plan. They want to do his tax. They want to instill his 2017, make his tax cuts permanent, which helps no one, or it doesn't help the middle class. It only helps the rich. It's just it's crazy to me. But I thought that it's nice to hear that they're trying to think. But in my head, like that's all we got. Cory Booker, same old Democrats. This is all we got.
Listen, these are of the the people I've heard. You got AOC and Bernie Sanders doing some stuff touring. Cory Booker did this speech. Gavin Newsom has a podcast.
Yeah.
Those so far are the only people really doing anything. Now,
Pete Buttigieg is he's kind of good at when he's like commentating and having discussions.
he's not in the game anymore, right?
He was
he's
going to
just-
be. Well,
a
he's looking
commentator
at
more?
2028, right? Is the next one?
That's the next one.
He's looking at 2028. He was
I
going to
mean-
try to be a Michigan senator or whatever, but has decided to use all his to become he's going back to the presidential campaign.
I
I
have
think it'd
seen
be
him-
difficult to see a gay man be elected in this current environment.
Oh,
It's fair.
I forgot about that.
Very
He
fair.
He was one of the best departments of transportation in
Oh, yeah.
history.
Yep. Yeah.
He was really good at that, and I've seen him have some conversations.
I'm not
with
saying that he's
people.
not a good candidate potentially. I'm just saying I find that I think it's going to be a tough uphill battle.
If
For sure.
I mean, America can't.
You have a problem with Mayor Butt, huh?
I do not. I don't have a problem with him at all. I'm just saying I think
Oh,
that
that's
I think a
another
lot of
great-
I think a lot of the country would immediately just turn off because of that.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see Meatball Ronnie versus Mayor Butt.
I think it's going to be JD Vance is the next.
Good God.
Oh.
If Trump doesn't get his third term, we talked about this months ago. People already talking about his stupid ass. His stupid
Because he
ass.
didn't get 2 terms in a row, so he can get since he didn't get 2, you can get.
That's not how it works, but yeah.
Yeah, that's they want a they don't think they'll be able to get it because you need a constitutional amendment. You need 75% of Congress to vote yes for it.
We are not used to the Hamilton
And then you need-
Keneally being prompt on time.
Nope, not at all. What? How much time we got on this already? Jesus Christ!
21 minutes.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Oh, we got to cut. Here's Feel Good Stories, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
But we're not going anywhere. We might have to send a couple of you guys to go start drinking with them. But
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, don't twist Joe's arm too hard.
if you're,
I'm a man
wait,
who likes to drink.
let's say 8:15, 8:20.
8:35.
Yeah, we could. Do
Where's
that.
he at?
He's on his
He
way
just
to
canceled.
Polly J's.
Thank God he didn't get in there.
Oh, he didn't get there. Okay,
Yeah.
great, perfect. So we're good.
What the hell were we talking about? I love last week's podcast. I was watching it, and I get that we do the podcast, but I actually really enjoy watching our podcast. I watch it every Tuesday. But Pat got up out of nowhere and just, you could see we were having a really deep conversation, and there was a point I was getting to, and Pat got up, and then we were all talking to Pat about because he had to go get the cake bullshit, and we completely
Never went
derailed.
back to it. Yeah.
just completely derailed the podcast.
We do that a lot on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we do.
yeah.
Yep. Wait, what the fuck were we talking about before that?
JD Vance.
Oh yeah, I think he might be the one. If they don't get, and then we talked about. I'm sorry, and that months ago we're talking about he wants a third, and you know how he would do it? One of the ways he would do it is have JD Vance win, and then he would succeed power back to Trump.
What?
No, there's certain laws that specific. He did say that.
Yeah, it's called a constitution.
He did say that, but the law is
don't-
literally written to say you can't assume the role of president a third time, even through this
Okay.
Back
weird-
waterways?
Yeah,
Pat, I don't know if you realize this, but the Constitution doesn't mean much anymore these days.
Yeah, not to Trump at least.
That's
Well,
true.
the Second Amendment they still seem to be big fans of.
That
does-
yeah,
that
you get
doesn't
to-
work against them.
You get to
Pat.
pick.
You get to pick and choose the items that you like.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is a la carte.
They-
It's a la carte government. Okay.
They prefer the fifth.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
Yeah.
like that one rule about everybody's gotta be equal anymore. That's just not follow that one.
get it.
Hey, don't take that too far, Pat. There might be a
Freedom of speech, and not a big fan. Not a big fan.
Yeah, he
Right to bear arms. Yeah, we're good with that one still. Keep moving. What's number 3?
2 presidential terms. Nah, get rid of that.
Yeah, that's bullshit, too.
They were obviously drunk when they put that one together. They don't know what they were
People
talking
didn't
about.
live to be 80 years old back then. They couldn't have 3. They couldn't comprehend 3 terms.
he's already the oldest president ever.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But then the 3-term thing came in after FDR, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And he did that because of World War II, and they're like,
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
Also, he died in office because he was had polio and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think they enacted it after George Washington.
No, it was
No,
after
they
FDR.
did it because of George Washington.
FDR had 3 terms.
Oh,
But,
so
yeah,
before that it was just
It was
not ceremonial,
yes,
but like
yes, it was. So like, hey, the best
yeah.
general, the best president, the guy who could have been king, because
Yep.
the America loved him so goddamn much, said no, 2 terms. That's it, or you're gonna have that issue, and everybody had respected that until FDR.
I see.
Yeah.
I think he was during a time of war.
Oh, yes, he was.
depression, no,
Yeah,
something like
yes,
that.
so-
Yeah, and he didn't want to
And
change.
then he also died like immediately after.
Yeah, he did. He died. Well, the war ended, and then he unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
And people loved him, but it was he could have ran forever too. Is the issue.
The wife, Eleanor, though.
Easy, big
Easy,
dog.
big. Can't make that movie again. You know what they're coming out with? Naked Gun. They're doing a whole new
remake with.
Oh, I
with,
heard about
They're rebooting it.
With,
the trailer actually looks kind of funny.
Oh, there's already a trailer.
I don't
out?
know.
Oh wow.
It looks okay.
Yeah, you're right.
They had one good moment with like the OJ thing. They're like,
Yes, that was
'cause,
good, Pat, yeah.
like Liam Nee's supposed to be he's supposed to be
Yes.
Leslie
Oh wait,
Nielsen's
Liam
son.
Neeson's doing
Yes,
this.
he's
Oh,
the
okay.
son
Oh,
of.
So he's supposed to be the son, so like show him and like he's like, Dad, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you proud, and like the other guy's like, Dad, I'm gonna make you proud, and there's like a black guy looks OJ Simpson, he's like his camera's like,
Ain't gonna do it. He's like, ain't gonna do it. Yeah, it was good.
Those slapstick movies are great.
It's nice that they're bringing like an actual but it's like, why do we need to be a remake? Have an original idea.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
The federal death penalty is coming back. They want to use it on
Holy
Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
Mangione.
It's a man.
Yeah, Mario. They're going to
Wow.
they're going to get rid of a Mario.
That's so bad.
It's terrible.
That's literally. They're like, hey, now.
they gotta set
Can
an
you
example so they don't
imagine
kill you
if
can't kill
they-
CEOs.
Can you imagine if they run the death penalty like they do, sending people to Venezuela who shouldn't be in the fucking jail because
Yeah, because you'll be the next one on the federal death sentence.
That's
list
one of the
there.
reasons
Yeah.
they got rid of it to begin
A
with.
judge gave the Trump administration 3 days to bring back a father who
who Maryland lives in Maryland. Maryland father.
he was here. He had won his because he was being chased by Venezuelan gangs.
Yep.
They gave him. He went through the courts. He did everything that he was supposed to do.
Yep.
Got
They sent his
approval.
ass back.
Basically got a version of asylum.
Yep.
Lived his life.
And said, but they Trump because
At-
Trump hates Maryland, by the way.
At one point, he got into, and this is where this this mistake happened, this clerical error. At one point, he gets into a disagreement in like a Home Depot parking lot, like just a blip on his record. One of the guys on the other side, accused him of being in a gang. Police investigated, not part of a gang, just happens to have tattoos.
Yep.
Whatever. So now they see this. I don't know where they dug this, but this is their evidence. Oh, he's part of MS-13.
Yeah, he's-
Look, he had a fight in this thing. Wasn't even
He
charged.
had a fight in the Home
Send
Depot
him
parking
to
lot.
another
yeah.
country, and he's
In the
gone.
worst prison. Yep. And they can't find but the judge came out and said you have 3 days to bring him back.
That's what. Yeah, they're not going to do it in 3 days.
Nope. They don't give.
They don't listen to judges anymore.
yeah.
Period.
They
My
don't give a
favorite
fuck.
one about that, bringing the federal death penalty back, was somebody posted online a thing with
We're gonna
like
start fucking
bringing
hanging
back
dudes again.
bringing back the death penalty for the Luigi guy, but there's some guy in Texas who shot up a church and killed 14 people, and he's getting a plea deal not to get the death penalty.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's all.
it's so weird, like it's so random, like who you choose and or who gets it and who doesn't. And
This is like old school French Revolution type shit.
And in Texas too, where they kill everybody.
They're gonna start pulling the fucking. They're gonna have public executions.
I want
where
the
they're
burning
pulling
at the stake
cord and
again.
The thing drops. Again.
Bring it back. We want the burning at the stake.
Oh my god.
It was so. Oh man.
Drawn and quartered,
What they used to do, like some
Stone
of those,
you to death,
like
Joe?
the
tar and feather.
some of those are fucking ridiculous. They used to burn like in the Roman time, like when Catholics were and the Romans were killing Catholics, they would burn you alive.
Yeah.
And one guy
Burn you at the stake, baby.
and one guy said, "Hey, I think I'm done on this side. You might want to flip me over." And it's like that's insane. Yeah.
Comedy on that one.
Jesus Christ. I think he was the saint of comedy. Is like that's holy Jesus. All right. Dude, the Supreme Court just upheld that there's certain vape flavors can be outright banned, and it's crazy to me to
Certain
think
flavors
there's
can
a
be
vaping,
banned?
vaping,
Oh,
like
vaping.
sorry, vaping. So because they're advertised strictly to kids, and so it's like Fruity Tooty and like
Fresh and fruity.
yeah,
and
it, all, like very sugar.
grape-alicious.
And I thought I'm like, how, why certain either flavors you ban,
Like Hawaiian punch.
you ban all flavors or you don't why? How do you
It's
choose?
a weird. Yeah, that's a difficult line to walk.
That's it too. How much do you want government? I get it or do you? The problem is because vaping is seriously a issue for younger generations, but it is
Yeah.
just nicotine, but it's bad for your lungs. I guess it's really bad for your lungs.
Can I tell you just
Yeah.
related to that? Sarah's sister is a doctor nurse.
Okay.
And she was talking to children at Sarah's school, and the kids are like, is it bad to smoke weed? Like, what is? And it got to the question of like, what's the best way or whatever. And she was basically like, don't vape. If you got to do it, ingest it. But vaping, like lights up your lungs because the temperature that it's coming in is like 300 or 400 degrees.
Oof.
So that's what it's doing. It's like singeing.
So it's like burning your
yeah.
lungs.
So even if you're just vaping water and mist,
This is crazy, yeah.
it's singeing the inside of your lungs by doing it this way. Like anything, like if you go through a bong, it's going through water. If you smoke a cigarette, it's even that. But vaping is just like this super hard like burn sensation. So even if you're not smoking tobacco or
Yeah.
marijuana, it's still just lighting up your lungs and scorching them.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I know,
That's interesting to know.
And
Yeah.
so that plus then you add tobacco or weed or whatever, these flavors,
Yeah.
fucking
Crack rock,
red number, what? Yeah, crack cocaine.
Black tar cocaine.
Yep, it just goes in there too.
it's tough because again, how much do you want your government telling you what to do?
Yeah, it seems like a very difficult thing to declare. Like, hey, here's the clear line. Like, oh, bubbly, that's okay. Bubblicious, no. Like,
Yeah.
where's that?
Yeah.
It's hard to define that clearly.
It's kind of like you can regulate, but like kids they're just gonna get what they can get. And you can say
Kind of-
it's 21, but kids are gonna get what they.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
Some people are just lazy and don't care. You look like you're 20. I mean, I got ID'd last night at the bar, which was very nice. I was very happy about
Laura and
that.
I got the ID too, and when we went to dinner like 2 weeks ago, and we're both like,
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
feels good. It feels good.
feels good.
Peter and I
Somebody-
did not get carded last night.
Somebody called Pat an old dusty fuck. I thought that was really mean. I was like, wow.
Pat's sitting in the corner,
wow.
just
This guy
taking the
didn't
time
even-
to relax.
He was just sitting there, actually. He wasn't even doing anything. He was having a beer. Guy walked by. He goes, wow, old dusty fuck, huh? And then just kept going. It was like complete. It was like, that's not even.
Have you guys ever
It's not
done?
even
Have you guys ever
warranted.
vaped? I've actually. So speaking out of like, I've never vaped actually. I've done hookah. I've had cigarettes, cigars. Never vaped.
No, I haven't vaped.
I did vape weed one. Yeah, I vaped weed.
Okay.
But I don't do that. That's not like a big. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, Pat.
No,
Pat's a good Christian boy. Pat doesn't do anything.
I don't drink.
Did-
I don't drink. I don't smoke.
The thing I
Pat
hear
doesn't
with
even look at himself in the mirror naked. He's
Nope.
just like, ew,
it's too
yuck.
gay.
It's not the way the Lord wanted me to be seen.
But on that note-
sexy Pepsi. You mind grabbing me a beer, bud? Come on, get yourself one. You need one. Take the edge off.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going
You're
out
working
tonight.
so hard.
You've been working hard too.
Was Brian
You've been
leaving at
working hard,
8:20
too.
or being there at 8:20?
We'll text him when we're on our way, and life will figure it out itself out.
Yep.
Thanks, but you don't want one. You don't want to feel
I
good.
mean, there's a big can in there. You can have that.
no peer pressure. Yeah. So
Pepsi only vapes, man.
here's the thing. So on that thought, I think a lot of parents are. This is a completely different situation, but I wanted to get. This is actually a question I want to ask Max and Brian on their thoughts. They were homeschooled. Illinois
Oh, I saw this.
is not regulating, but it is asking to have homeschool registered. So you have to register with the state if you're going to homeschool. And families believe that to be
An infringement.
yes. But I did watch a thing on John Oliver, and I know this isn't but there's a lot of cases of like abuse and like neglect and what it would come, and it's not. I mean, it's probably minor. It's probably less than 5%. But there's enough of that. Would you like? Does it hurt to have to regulate with the state? And like, I don't see why that would hurt. But I also was wondering if that. It's just But people who are doing homeschooling though, I think want to get away from the government. Don't want the government in their lives at all. That's
Yeah,
a
I
part
think
of
they
it.
kind of want to teach what they want to teach, and not have like
It
their
doesn't.
kids learn what the state wants them or the government wants them to learn.
When you hear about the kind of people who are upset about the laws and rules around teaching and see who they are, you don't exactly have the most sincere confidence that these are the people that should be teaching children for the future.
I get that. And
A lot
yeah.
of times. A lot of times.
I saw
Or,
a lady
you
arguing
know.
about it I saw it, and she was like, you want to like regulate what we're doing, but you don't want to give us, and she was like, you're not helping with us with like funds and whatnot. It's like, well, you chose to homeschool.
Yeah,
why do you get the help with fun? Like in my head, it was like you choose to homeschool. Why should you get funds from the government to help? Like you,
The numbers are better for like test results and all that. But then again, who knows?
Oh,
the
to
numbers.
be homeschooled?
It's a better situation grade wise because the people it's like in
Max and
traditional
Brian, both very successful
Yeah.
gentlemen.
And traditional like school the numbers not. But then you have, it's a much bigger test size. But it has shown that like homeschool usually are better scoring on different things.
Were all the Hamiltons homeschooled, or did they stop at some point?
I don't think it was permanent all the way through. I think it was kind of like
Was it like to Danny get homeschooled and
kind of like it
Kevin?
was kind of like this. Like one kid definitely started school, then kids
got-
were
yeah.
born. There was a homeschooling period, and then I think towards the end they stopped the homeschooling again. So it kind of spread across. the
Mark did
kids.
not get homeschooled. It was only Brian.
Very interesting thought, though.
He was
I get that.
sensitive.
We're not here to tell you how to live your lives. It's thought provoking. Like in my head, I'm like, I don't have any issue, but then it becomes a slippery slope. You don't want the government. It's hard. You let the government do this, and what?
It almost sounds like this Supreme Court
Yeah.
thing. Almost sounds like an infringement on free speech, which is very interesting and kind of
With the vaping
sketchy.
or with the
with the vaping, like
Yeah,
declaring
yeah.
name stuff like that.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think you have to. I mean, I think people can do what they want with themselves. Obviously, I think you can provide information. I think you should require them to provide information of the risks of it, and then it's on you to decide whether you want to do it ultimately.
And I
right?
think you make
just
the-
it's like cigarettes. Like everybody knows, cigarettes will
Yeah.
more than likely cause you to get cancer.
You're right. I think you tax the shit out of it. You make it at a certain age, and then make
And-
the
and you
penalties
make-
for selling to selling to minors. You can't ban things. That's like you just have to make
No,
it
you
very.
have to enforce like a
Yeah.
monetary fine.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
are going to
That's the only
find
way.
ways to get
Yeah.
what they need.
But I mean, what's the difference
Unless
between?
it's a
and the black market will
corporation.
be worse than.
But like, how do you distinguish between like that and like cocaine, right? Because cocaine's illegal and weed's now illegal, and and like
Well, weed is
vaping-
still technically illegal on the
yeah,
federal
most states.
level.
But I'm saying like, but vaping, like the health risks might be just as bad, right? You know people
As
have.
cocaine.
Well, yeah, because people have lung issues when I've heard people.
and it's probably
lungs
just
collapse,
as addictive.
Fair.
I get it. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
and it's
Okay.
addictive. So I mean, it's a question is like, how do you cut that? What's the cutting point? I guess.
Yeah, I'm not fucking smart enough to do that. You're right.
Nope.
I know. And when it becomes that point, then I think you just leave it to the individual.
I mean, one could argue that with how much they're cutting like cocaine with like fentanyl and stuff now, that maybe you should just legalize it.
No, it doesn't happen anymore, Pat. Trump stopped that.
right.
Yeah.
This one's for Joe. Lighten
there's
it
no-
up here a little
There's
bit.
no
Lighten it.
fentanyl.
I'll give you a movie.
Listen, this is the cleanest cocaine has ever been in America since Trump became.
Trump has single-handedly cut the fentanyl line from China.
You come to America, you have the best cocaine.
you bring us the
experiences.
purest
Yeah, we
cocaine.
have-
It's straight from Colombia. I got a source. It's
pure-
great.
100% unfiltered, unadulterated cocaine. It's
that
like
black tar
it's like
cocaine that you
Studio
want.
54.
We're bringing it in the
We don't
USS
even have
Enterprise.
AIDS anymore. We just fuck and take cocaine, baby. Studio 54 era level. Thank you,
Jackpot.
Trump. Thank you, Trump.
And Diet Cokes are back, baby.
Diet Coke.
You know, I actually had a Coke Zero recently, and I did not think I was like Coke Zero used to be pretty good. I don't know what they've done. Coke, get your head out of your ass.
I feel like I just like I don't
Get
drink a lot of
Trump
pop.
on it.
If
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a pop, I just get a regular one when I get one. The rare times I drink one.
you gotta get the small ones though. Like,
I
you do.
get
get the
like
100
the-
calorie.
The little 8-ounce ones, I'll have one of those like every
Yeah.
maybe once or twice a month, and that's good.
It's really, you really feel it on your teeth though. But yeah, I remember this is hilarious, man. We used to play basketball for 6-7 hours in the summer, and we'd each have a 3-liter of RC Cola instead of any type of
Holy
water.
fuck.
It's good hydration right there. It's good hydration.
They were 99 cents when you're a poor ass kid.
But shit, it was 99 cents.
Yeah. I just imagine you burping as you're like going up.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
you would chug, and then it would be.
Why do I feel so tired, guys? I've drank 3 liters of Coke. I should be wrapped up on head.
Then you'd run up to Vince's, get a $2.25 slice of pizza, and how we were all not obese is beyond me.
Vince is up
It's
there
at
on
6 hours
yeah.
of basketball, man. We were
Yeah.
moving a lot.
Uh,
Not sitting in office.
Good
Joe, I
old
got 2
Vince's.
things for you. Have you seen the new trailer for Superman?
I have not. I'm not going to watch it. I watched the first trailer, and anytime I see a movie that I like, superhero or otherwise, I watch the first trailer. If I like it, I don't watch anything until the movie.
Oh,
You tend to get too much ruined by trailers nowadays.
Okay.
So once I'm interested, I just watch that one trailer.
Do you know why that is, Joe?
Because
Because the people that make the trailers have no care about the plot of the movie. They're just picking things that look cool.
yeah.
Okay, well, that they just kind of killed that.
I've not. I did
Just
hear it. I mean,
that-
it comes out of what? June, July?
No,
No
idea.
clue. But I heard that the guy. So I was listening to a podcast today about how The Rock kind of killed Marvel, and so they
Oh, DC. Yeah.
DC, and because he wanted to fight Superman,
Yup.
and they came in and were like, we're getting rid of this, and they brought in the director who's doing Superman now, who also did the Penguin, and they're like, please take over and fix this. And
This
he's
is a
like,
movie
okay.
did shit,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
Shazam movie, what he was in or whatever.
Yes.
he was in.
Oh, the Black Adam movie
Yeah.
was bad. Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard it did not do well.
So on that note, Switch 2. Are you excited, Joseph?
I am.
Oh, the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be
It didn't sound that
reserving
expensive.
it.
Expensive.
What's the difference between a
people-
Switch 2 and a
peop-
Switch 1?
People
I don't know. I just know that they're bringing out a new one.
So the new one has a bigger screen. It's a different size. The controllers are magnetic into the Switch. Like everything's just better. It's just a
For those of
better-
us who are a little out of the video game these days, what exactly is a Nintendo Switch?
It's like a little, like it's almost
It's like a
bigger
little
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen a single Nintendo Switch.
Is that what
Hold
you
on,
got?
I
Is
got
that what
one.
you, is that what you
Yeah,
got?
I have
Chris
one.
got it, yeah.
I have one in
I
my
think you're
room.
playing Zelda on the one day.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I did the little hook
Yeah,
up
it's like
there.
a very
I even-
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can hook it up there, and then you could play. You could play your Nintendo Switch. Play it
Yeah.
versus somebody else's.
Yeah,
Nintendo
I could
Switch.
Can you play like remote and on the TV?
Yeah, I can,
Okay.
yeah, I can play. I can hook it up to the TV. I haven't had a chance to recently,
Pat's finally learning what the fuck a video game is.
But
This
like-
is
I like
it.
incredible.
but every once in a while, yeah, I'll bust it out before I go to bed, and I'll play a little bit of
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
It's
I'm,
fun.
I'm definitely a little, unfortunately, out of the video game.
I thought it sounded cool, and I've been wanting to get a Switch when I get some time, or a PS5. That's it.
I was
when I have a house,
Oh,
I want a gaming room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that when they get the. I'm still waiting for the next one at this point.
You're never going to get anything, Pat. You talk about cleaning up your basement and giving yourself a little special space down there for your whatever you do. Dave Matthews Records.
You guys haven't been down there in a
Fucking-
while. It looks worse than ever.
And then they brought back the discussion of selling TikTok. I was like, I thought, what? This is what we're talking about. This is
Oh
what
yeah,
we-
because it's coming down to like
Yeah.
the countdown, whatever the thing is for that.
And whoever's gonna give Trump the best deal is what he's gonna take.
You know, I saw one thing the other day that was interested in me.
Facebook's going to buy it.
One of Trump's executive orders was about try to stop the fee gouging on tickets. I think.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
yeah, Kid Rock. Yeah, they signed an executive order on that.
I don't know what that
Or
means.
something-
I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm still getting fucked in tickets everywhere here, but
I didn't buy. Brian asked if we were doing
Ticketmaster can kiss my ass.
suck a dick. When
Yeah.
we
You
tried
hear
to,
that, Ticketmaster? Fuck you.
Fuck you. We tried
I
to buy.
wouldn't piss on you if you were burning.
Yeah, fuck you. I went and looked at the Bulls tickets, and I know this a
Oh,
little bit
yeah.
about the city of Chicago and a little bit about $50 tickets, standing room only, $25 in fees.
Yeah,
Came out to
bullshit.
I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna do
a
it.
lot of it's the taxes in the city alone.
Yeah,
but
no,
No,
that's
yeah.
fair.
Well, what is it? I bought the whole a hotel room for Pierre's wedding,
Oh yeah.
and the hotel for 2 days.
yeah, they get you good.
$350. My total ended up being $520 because they gave me $130 in taxes.
Also because in the loop you're getting fucked too because they're targeting you.
Oh yeah, I get,
And there's
but
probably
like-
going to be like another additional $100 fee
Yeah,
post
yeah.
because of the hotel amenities.
Oh no, we got. That's the reason you
Yeah.
do it through us. So we get rid of that.
If
So
you-
that's the only nice thing.
If you poop in the toilet, it's an extra $100.
There
Wait,
you go.
how do you avoid that?
If you book through our that's what they're giving
Joe's web.
yeah.
If you book through Joe's website, you can get it for
Through
free.
Joe's website.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I was gonna say Joe's website, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it
If
to
you
it.
book through our
Pierre's
block
wedding
of books,
website, yeah.
Oh,
you get rid of those. That's the not one why you get the block. That's why
Mm.
Kempton Gray gave us that like benefit. You're gonna get the welcome bag. You're gonna get rid of the that fee.
Do you have a lot of people who are saying they're going to stay at the hotel the
we
night
got a-
of?
Yeah, it was. We actually have so many that we're gonna get a bus back from Bottom Lounge to.
Oh, nice, because
yeah.
mom was asking me about
Yes,
how she's
there's
gonna
gonna-
get back,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Good. And Margaret's
you
drunk
have
ass will be on that.
you have 7 people there that can get you an Uber.
Yeah.
Just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
My mom's drunk ass will be on that too, probably.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
fun.
but we're
the
gonna-
Uber.
Uncle Tom's gonna be driving
I
it.
don't know. Whatever one I need to get away from me.
Don't worry, Joe. We're gonna be across the street at McDonald's getting Nug Nation.
Hell yeah, baby. That's it.
Just me and you.
I'm gonna
We're gonna
try-
be
I'm
having international McDonald's.
John staying there.
I'm gonna try to
We're
get in
all
the
staying there.
Chevelle by myself.
Yeah, there's a ton of.
Joe staying in my room with me.
Yeah. And then Lauren has talked about going to the hang up. And I'm like, you don't want that nastiness.
Oh God, yes.
I'm gonna stop buying that one until I see it. I guess he doesn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Pat's gonna be like, I missed your friends going to Enjoy with Chris, Peter, and Joe. I'm not missing Lauren going to the hangout.
I'm not buying that happening until I see it. Until I see her in an Uber on the way there.
All right, boys, let's get into my
You gotta be in
my
that.
favorite segment for the podcast. Feel good.
Yeah.
It's that feel good stories. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Philadelphia Zoo, Pat's favorite city. 100-year-old Galapagos tortoise hatched 4 babies to help ensure species survival. This turtle in the picture they have of it looks so angry. Just put me down, bro.
Oh, the turtle that they re-released. Yeah.
Had 4 babies, which is great. Man is overwhelmed as his Bengal cat is returned from 16-year absence after a phone call.
Wow.
16 years.
It's a long time.
That cat literally is going to die in like a month.
Yeah.
Those who got shingles vaccine were 20% less likely to get dementia in study of 280,000 seniors. I don't know if that has a correlation, but that is a nice little thing to see.
Can we get the shingles vaccine?
They gotta be 50.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
It's an
should get it
adult
if
thing.
you had chickenpox.
There's something that they
I know my
found
parents
out.
have gotten it.
There's something else that they found out, like with Alzheimer's, I think it is, or dementia, one of the two. Like there's some like medicine that they give, or there's some drink or something that attacks the proteins that cause
wow.
Alzheimer's.
You know
and
what's
dementia.
Is it Coors Light?
I
wish.
Goddamn. You know what's kind of a miracle drug? The Ozempic.
Yeah, that shit's doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's legitimately like getting rid of like obesity. It's getting rid of diabetes.
Big Mike was the OG starter of that.
Yeah.
But they don't really know the long term. Like it's
Nope,
one of those things
they
you
have
don't know
no
the
idea.
long-term effects.
No, you're right.
Big Mike don't care.
Village saves its phone booth with campaigns
This
to make
beach
more
bod?
calls and preserve a lifeline. So they want, like in England, they want to keep their red box. So they're making forcing people.
Oh, use the
Yeah.
the payphones.
They should put something else in there, like make them, I don't know, something else you can do with it,
Yeah.
like a phone charger station or something.
My buddy's dad.
You'll get robbed.
My buddy's dad may or may not have found a old AT&T phone thing, and got very close to getting it connected to an outdoor phone line so that you could just use it from his backyard.
Oh, wow.
But could never get it. He got it to light up. Got everything. He could just never get the dial tone to work.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
To get
Is that Conrad's dad?
I don't know, Chris.
to save that
I don't know, Chris.
to save a whole $20 a month.
They used to have one. They used to have one. Like
I don't think so, Chris.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, this is kind of cool. The shelved movie Wile E. Coyote versus Acme
Oh, I heard this could be coming out.
will finally hit screens with a hilarious plotline.
Will Forte did a lot of talking about that.
Yeah.
Apparently he's the one that's in it, and he was like, this movie should be shown. I worked hard on this. This is a great movie.
Is he a voice in it, or is he actually like in it?
He's acting in it as a human being.
Okay.
He may be doing some voices. I wouldn't be surprised, but I know I've only seen a picture of him next to Wile E. Coyote in a courtroom.
Does anybody know when this movie was filmed?
Oh, like
Oh,
3 or
yeah.
4 years ago?
No, I
Okay.
didn't. But here, let's see. I think it's actually like a long time. Like, when was it actually filmed? I think it's been shelved for a while.
Yeah.
Why do they shelve it?
That's a great
This is
question.
when
Lack of interest.
No, this is when a lot of the studios did that thing where they were taking their films and taking the loss as a
Yes,
tax
I was gonna
credit.
say, yeah.
Like
And
Batgirl.
yeah, exactly. And this was
Is
one.
Batgirl coming out?
No,
No, that one's
nothing
that one's
about
that one's
Batgirl.
staying in.
It actually doesn't even say New York Pet. So yeah,
I'll give the old Google
yeah.
machine here. So
Actually, I found one that I kind of liked. This is actually pretty cool. Stir stick to detect if your drink is spiked, developed by chemists, hoping to see them on every bar top.
Wow, that'd be actually really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Almost like those paper things that you would get to test the acidity level of one,
Yeah.
but you just
Yeah.
do that for Rohypnol.
I was,
Rohypnol.
and this brings it to a
the
sad.
film it took out in 2022.
Okay, so it wasn't that far. There's a kind of a sad, because they just caught one of the most prolific rapists in
Like a park.
England and China,
Jesus.
and that's what he was doing. He was a PhD student, and he would have other Asian students who at the time would come over for drinks, and he would drug
Roofie
them.
'em.
Yeah.
Well, glad he's caught.
Yes. But it sucks because those women are so scared that a lot of them never said anything. So they think he had over 50 victims, and it took just one victim to finally catch him. But they're all so scared that nobody ever said anything. So then the cycle continues, and but he's gonna go away for life. He'll never.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
Down.
One more here. Presumed extinct. World's smallest otter found in busy Nepal River after 186 years without a sighting.
Wow.
That's fucking insane.
186 years.
Those are the
Holy
best
shit.
motherfuckers at hide and seek.
They know how to play.
That is indeed. That's wow.
Well, otters are so cute, but goddamn, are otters
They're
vicious.
aggressive as fuck. Yeah.
I saw an otter on on Snapchat. They have the
The wild
in Kingdom crap
Yeah.
taking down a penguin.
Yeah.
Penguin's fighting for his life, and the otter's just dragging it, like
No,
whooping his
they
ass.
don't
I'm like,
mess
good
around.
lord, brother.
They don't mess around.
Ooh, I don't want to be around the.
Those Amazon giant river otters, forget about it. You don't mess with those things.
Those motherfuckers know how to look cute and vicious as hell.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm thinking about. I was just trying to put this into like a different context. So I was thinking about how many people were born between the last time this was seen and
God.
now, and at 180 years, it's about 20 to 30 years a generation. So you got to think 20. Let's just use 20. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's 9 generations of people.
wow.
Like,
yeah.
That's not your that's your great 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 grandfather that saw this thing alive.
You know what's crazy to think about too is like, who was the last person to see it and then write it down?
Yeah.
Like, and we've been looking for a
Or like,
hundred.
yeah, maybe somebody did see it, just didn't write it down. But
Yeah.
like, it's the last documented time somebody
Yeah.
saw it.
Craziness, boys. See, that's how you end a feel good story.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah.
You know
Pat.
what? Work on it. Work on it a little bit, okay?
You crotchety old fuck.
On
that
beautiful,
guy was right, Pat. I think that guy was right.
on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, do us a favor: hit that like, subscribe, comment, send Patrick a nice comment.
Throw us into the algorithm.
Hit a like and
Tell him how
subscribe,
young
baby.
and pretty he looks.
He's such a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Nice.
On that beautiful note, Chris, hit us out of here, baby.
Oh, Peter's gonna be thrilled because Florida won earlier.
Yeah! Bye!